Hey everybody.
Hello.
How y'all doing tonight? Y'all doing good? Are y'all getting ready for Thanksgiving? Oh my goodness, we got a crew coming, don't we? How many we got coming this year?
You know, it's so hard to tell because we always have about 5 to 10 extra people that come. So we know family. So we got a good number that's coming this year.
I'm excited. I love Thanksgiving. It's a time for family to come around. It's also a time to show gratitude. And I want to help us tonight to make sure that you're not the turkey this Thanksgiving. Don't be a turkey on Thanksgiving. We want to show you how to express gratitude to your spouse. Amen. We got to be able to love our spouses and allow them to know that they are appreciated.
Absolutely.
And we want to show you tonight how not to be a turkey on Thanksgiving. So get ready to jump into a great episode, great holiday episode as we all get ready to have Thanksgiving. But this is for the married couples tonight. And again,
this is, as Stacy said, this is for the married couples, those who are married and seriously dating. And the information that we're sharing is for educational purposes only.
So listen, I need y'all to go tag some friends, text them, tune in. I know you're cooking your greens and you're getting your stuff ready and you're getting the house ready, but I want you to tag some friends tonight and tell them to tune in to the Naked and Unashamed SLS podcast. It's coming on right now.
We made it through the test. Strength and need, love and sex.
What you talking about, you old jive turkey? You remember who used to say that? Was that Esther?
Was that on Esther?
Was that Sanford and Son?
I think it was Sanford and Son. Yeah.
She always call people jive turkeys. We want to make sure
that you're not a jive turkey.
that you're not a jive turkey this Thanksgiving. You want to carve the turkey, not be the turkey. And the reason we preface it that way is because sometimes we can forget to show genuine gratitude toward our spouses, and it can make us seem like a turkey. We are so close to Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving is all about what?
Is showing what you're thankful for, what you're grateful for, and saying it to your spouse what it is that you specifically are thankful for. And the first thing is that you need to say it out loud.
Say it out loud.
Say it out loud. There's so many times that we say that we appreciate something that our spouse has done, but we're not being vocal with it. We're not saying it out loud to our spouse so that they know that whatever that they're doing is a good thing.
And you do that with me sometimes. Like, I will say to my wife, "Baby, I appreciate you so much." And she'll be, and what's the next question you ask me?
I don't know. What do you want?
She says, "What do you appreciate about me,
Oh,
baby?"
yeah.
Yeah.
I say so many things to you, so I don't know what.
She wants me to be specific, gentlemen.
Definitely.
She wants me to be specific. So I say, "Baby, I appreciate how you take care of our home. You are so detailed in all of the things that's needed in our house. And I'm amazed at how much thought you put into taking care of us. So I appreciate that."
Oh, thank you so much. And I appreciate you for all that you do, how you juggle so many different things and stay sane and still find time for me and the boys.
You're welcome. So thank you. You have to be specific. We get so busy that we forget to say it out loud.
Right.
You know, you see your husband struggling with the trash or cutting the grass. You see your wife cleaning up the house and sweating or cooking dinner. It's a lot that goes in to running a family. And if we're not careful, we can just assume that they're going to always do it.
And another thing, we should say things out loud in the bedroom. It's just not when you're in the kitchen or you're doing some chores around the house. If it's something that you appreciate that your spouse is doing intimately, then say it out loud. Thank you, baby.
Say it out loud. How does one say it?
Baby. I had to channel my baby.
What you gonna say?
You know, I appreciate it so much.
You ain't gonna talk like
that. I'm not. I'm really not.
You're gonna be
My
like, "Ooh, that's so good.
Yeah.
I like that." I think especially men need to know that they are performing well. We're more performance driven than women. Would you say?
I would say that.
We like to know that we're doing it right. But I would also say this to men, that when you don't get it right and your wife gives you some constructive feedback in the bedroom, she may say, hey, I like it when you go slow. Can you go slower? Instead of getting the attitude, you know what we should say, men? Thank you. Thank you, baby. Thank you for that feedback. I sure will. I don't mind. My aim is to please you. Aims to please. But you're so right.
I'm sorry.
What you laughing at?
Something just came to mind.
What?
What is that? It is my duty to
please
please that booty.
Yeah. It is our pleasure to do that. And men want to know. Men need to be rewarded. So when you say it out loud, ladies, don't quit all that whispering. Say it out loud. Baby, that is so good. Oh, you hitting that spot. That is so good. And men, we also need to tell our wives, you look good tonight.
Right.
Women need to know that you appreciate the effort that they take in taking care of themselves. I tell my wife all the time, I love how you take care of yourself, the way you take care of your hair. I like the way you comb your hair. I like those stylish clothes you wear.
Now, I want the other song.
Things
I want
Which one?
Glorilla song.
Oh my gosh. It's about hair, face. Yeah, that one. But no, I'm talking about appreciating the little things that your spouses do is so important. Say it out loud. The second thing about showing gratitude and not being a turkey on this Thanksgiving is to show appreciation by allowing your actions to speak for you. It's not enough to say it. You got to show it. You know, I think actions go a long way.
It's definitely, because sometimes we don't always say the right thing. And if we're not saying the right thing with the right tone, like I'm a tone person, it has to be the right tone, not just the right words, but the action speaks so much volume. And of course, the verbiage and the action should go hand in hand, but I put more weight on the action.
Yeah. And I'm talking about like acts of service. Like I may go take my wife's car and wash it, or go by the filling station, fill up her gas tank without asking her, without telling her, because I want to get in the car and be like, oh,
yeah,
he put some smell goods in my car, he washed my car, it's filled up. What can women do for their husbands?
And women, we can do, the fastest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. And so I know a lot of times we try to take the easy way around and not really prepare a good, wholesome meal. But we need to prepare their favorite meal and wear some lingerie at night. Just make it a whole thing. Like have a candlelight lit dinner, and then, later on, put on some nice lingerie, light some candles, and also tell your husband how much you appreciate, how much he looks good, that you appreciate him keeping his hair cut, him getting a pedicure, not tearing up the sheets, so those kind of things. Yeah.
And also I love when you told married women this before. How should they send their husbands out of the house?
Oh, you have to send your husband out with a full stomach and an empty sack, meaning that they're fed and there's no more sperm left, because you took it that morning.
Take it.
So that morning,
I am yours.
So when they go out, they're satisfied. They're satisfied.
I think that's so important. Yeah. And I think more than anything is showing the initiative to show that you appreciate them. I think Beyonce says, let me cater to you. Let me show you how much I appreciate you. I think catering goes both ways. Men should cater to their wives. Maybe rubbing her feet, maybe scratching her scalp, giving her a non-penetrative massage to just show her I care about you. Those acts, cleaning up the kitchen without her asking you to, going in there, unloading the dishwasher without her asking you to.
That speaks volumes to me. Putting the dishes in the dishwasher.
Yes, I don't mind, because I know it makes you moist when I do my part in the kitchen, and so it pays off in the bedroom. But the bottom line is show appreciation. Show it. Don't just say it.
Right.
Do something. Buy them a gift. Bring them something home from work. Stop and get her some roses. Pick him up his favorite beverage. Yeah. Get some, have the room already cleaned up. Whatever it takes. Show appreciation. What's the third thing?
The third is that we're so busy, and there are times that we don't show up 100% for each other. And it's not intentional. There's just so much going on, and we're busy at work, we're busy at home, but we need to practice, empathy and understanding.
This is really, we've been working on this one. We really have. Let's just be a little transparent.
Okay.
We have really been working on this one because I have a very stressful job. Do you know that pastoring is right up there as one of the top stressful jobs in the United States?
I know that, yeah.
President of the United States, lawyers, doctors, pastors. Pastors burn out at a higher rate than any other profession. We're right up there at the top. And sometimes I do my level best to try to come home and not bring my stress with me. I try. But my wife is an empath, meaning she feels me even when I'm not saying something. She'll come to me and I'll be like, huh? And I might say something short. And then she takes it personal and she's like, why are you being mean to me? And I'm like, babe, I'm not being mean to you. I'm having a stressful day. But you're taking it out on me. And so what she's learning about me is I got to have some empathy and give him some space and not take it personal. I know that's been hard. How do you make that adjustment as a wife to have empathy instead of taking it personal?
Well, one of the things that I've been doing is I'll ask you if it's something that I can do to make your day less stressful, to take. So that way, that gives me some insight into how you're really feeling, because I've already asked you, how you're feeling, if you're okay. And so then I have to learn to not take the responses personal, because I'm a tone person. So if it's said a little snappy, then I'm like, oh, did I do something?
Now tell the people the truth. Do I cuss you out?
No.
Am I verbally abusive?
No.
But sometimes when I answer you short, I
don't like that.
Or my eyes, or my nose flares, or my eyes move.
I don't like any of it.
None of it, y'all.
To be transparent, I don't like.
Oh my
any
gosh!
Of it.
If I'm not jovial
you don't
and laughing,
have to be jovial. I just don't want the shortness, because I'm like, wait a minute.
Now let me flip it for you.
Okay, well.
I have to be empathetic for my wife because, as she says often, she is a lady who is growing older. She is past the menopause stage, and so sometimes she's not feeling well. Sometimes there's some things that happen with her body that affects our intimacy, and she'll tell me, baby, such and such is going on. I'm tired. I stayed up all night. I had hot flashes.
I've been chased by $1,000 all night.
I don't have a lot of energy tonight. And so that's my signal to say I ain't getting none. And so what she's watching for is, am I going to be empathetic or am I going to pout? Am I right?
You're right.
And so there are times when I'm pouting like, ooh, I want to get some tonight.
A lot of times.
But then the other times I catch myself and I'm like, let's make tonight beautiful. Come here, lay down.
Well, I'm glad that you catching yourself, because what I had to do is, like, if something's going on, then I can't pay attention to what his face is doing, him pouting or anything. It's like, okay, whatever.
But the point is, if you really appreciate your spouse, you've got to make room for them in your heart.
Absolutely.
By showing empathy, showing compassion, putting yourself in their shoes.
Right.
Because she doesn't want to experience dryness. She doesn't want to experience fatigue, but it happens because she's of that age.
Right.
I don't want to be stressed out. I don't want to come home drained and depleted, but that comes with my profession. But we have learned how to make adjustments for the other because we love each other and we appreciate each other. What's number 4?
Number 4 is that we need to highlight, each other's strengths in front of others. There's so many times that we may fall trap into saying what our spouses are not doing, where it seems like we're talking bad about our spouse. but we need to highlight in front of others, what our spouses are doing good.
That's good.
Flirt with them, like, oh, baby, you look good tonight. Oh, you smell good. Say these things in front. Oh, thank you. You're such a gentleman, for pulling out my chair. Highlighting their strengths in front of others, because what that's going to do is not only boost your spouse's morale, but it's going to help, be that little playful thing between the two of you, which you can later take on into the bedroom.
Yeah, I love bragging about my wife in front of people to show how much I adore her, but also to let other people know we good, and I do value her. I do appreciate her. And it bolsters her esteem to know that I see her that way. It bolsters my esteem when she says, oh, baby, you're so handsome, or she gloats on me in front of her family and friends. It does something. The opposite happens when you tear your spouse down in front of people. One of the things you should never do is belittle your spouse in front of your family and friends. You don't critique them. We don't do that. We don't air our dirty laundry. Something could be said or done that we may not like, but I'm never going to call her out on it in front of people. She's not going to do that to me. She'll be like, hey, babe, can you help me in the kitchen real quick? And she'll be like,
let me tell you about yourself. You better get it together. Straighten up.
we had this rule. It's like when we're talking about other people or something, somebody has done something that we don't like. We say, let's talk about it when we get in the car.
Wait till you get in the car.
But we never tear each other down in front of people. Instead, we try to lift each other up to show appreciation. The last thing we want to share with you tonight is reflect on your blessings together. During this Thanksgiving, y'all should sit down as a couple, right?
Yeah.
And just lay in the bed or sit up in the bed or sit at the table and say, what are some things we can be thankful about? Rhonda and I, we often reminisce about being in a one-bedroom apartment and just dreaming of a house one day, of having a house with windows. And every now and then I'll get misty-eyed and I'll say, babe, you remember we had all that furniture we got from Goodwill? And you burnt your back on the light bulb in the closet because we only had one closet to share, and now we have a walk-in closet. Man, I almost got to crying one day just looking out the window, because when I grew up in a single wide trailer, I just wanted a house. I wanted just a 3-bedroom brick house.
Oh, wow.
I thought that was the most luxurious thing growing up in the country, to see other people living in brick homes and we lived in a trailer. And now I'm living in the house that I live in. And God has been good. To see our children healthy.
Right.
God has been good. To see my wife alive after she had her kidney taken out. God is so good. And so what are some other things you reflect on that you're thankful for?
I'm thankful for, not just you, but in our health and our children, but also reminiscing, and thankful for, my parents that used to be here, and laughing about them coming over or us visiting them, or thinking about other loved ones and what they have meant to us, reminiscing on those things and some of the things that they have taught us. That I think about, like me cooking the greens, how my dad, made greens and being able to pass that on. I don't have any girls, to my nieces. So just thinking about those blessings from other family members as well.
As a matter of fact, right now, can y'all type in the comments, what are 3 things that y'all are thankful for? You and your spouse. What are you thankful for about your marriage? Write that in the comments right now. As a gift to us, would you put that in the comments right now? What are 3 things you're thankful for? Don't leave this podcast without putting in the comments what you're thankful for. Can you do that? And then I want you to share this with 3 friends. Share this with 3 friends that you're thankful for. 3 couple friends that you're thankful for. Share this podcast with them. Text it to them. Email it to them. Share it with them to show that you're thankful. Listen, we want to also remind you that we have a wonderful retreat coming up next year.
Yes.
June 5th through the 8th, 2025, the Naked and Unashamed International Marriage Retreat will take place in Nassau, Bahamas. Y'all, we got a private island, and we're calling that week Fantasy Island. every fantasy you want to fulfill with your spouse that's within the bounds of holy matrimony. We're not asking you to do anything kinky or outside your value system. What we're trying to do is to spark your erotic imagination so that you can go places within your bedroom together that you never imagined, because you don't know how to ask for what you want. You've been too ashamed to share the thoughts that are circulating in your head about some things you want to try together as a couple. We want to create a safe environment on this island for y'all to rekindle the fire and return to erotic consciousness. Baby, how do they get there?
Well, one of the first steps is that we need you to reserve your spot. We had 60 couples the last time we did an international retreat, and so this time we're anticipating more. So in order to secure your spot, we need you to pay a $200 deposit by going to Naked and Unashamed SLS and then .com. Again, that's Naked and Unashamed SLS.com, and clicking on the link that will take you to be able to pay for to hold your spot.
One of the things I'm also thankful for is that we have a community of married couples that are in our inner circle, that we are mentoring, we're coaching. I believe that if you're going to have a successful marriage, you need a coach and you need community.
Definitely.
And if you want to be a part of our inner circle, and we meet on a regular basis, we stay in touch once a month. If you need that in your life, go to theedencircle.com and be a part of Rhonda and I's inner circle. We love to hear from you. We love to help you when you get stuck and coach you out of those stuck places so you can experience the fullness of what God meant for you in your marriage. So again, we're thankful. We hope that you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your family as you're sitting around the table with your loved ones. Don't take life for granted. Life is short. Enjoy your family, love on each other, and most of all, make sure you take the time to tell each other how much you love each other and how much you appreciate each other. Don't be the turkey, carve the turkey.
Definitely.
All right, we love you guys. Share this podcast with 3 friends. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and we would love to see you tonight at 8 o'clock. I know some of y'all are making last minute preparations, but jump on for our live Q&A on TikTok at 8 p.m. so we can answer any questions that you might have. We love you guys, and we'll see you soon.